Welcome to the NFL Week 8 edition of Football Handicapping Talk, brought to you by Kevin the Professor Steele and PigskinGenius.com. I'm Broward Go-Sell. This week features three 5-1 AFC teams facing strong and somewhat desperate NFC opponents. In New Jersey, the Jets have had 2 weeks to prepare for Aaron Rodgers' arrival. The Jets' defense has lived up to the preseason hype so far, but it's the offense that's gotten most of the press. Mark Sanchez has been lights out, and LaDainian Tomlinson looks more like a 21-year-old back than 31. Despite these facts and a 5-1 record, the Jets are listed as pick'em against visiting Green Bay, who finally showed it can win in a close game last week with their victory over the Vikings. Now that the Favre monkey is finally off their backs, the Packers hope to start a run that leads all the way to Dallas in February. Speaking of the will he or won't he quarterback, there's a new question to go with that phrase. Will he or won't he start this week? Brett Favre played poorly in the second half of the Vikings' loss to the Packers and was clearly limping after the loss. He looks old and beaten. His team is 2-4, and they travel to New England to try to salvage their season. Will Favre's streak finally be broken this week? If so, can Tavares Jackson lead the Vikings over a 5-1 Patriots team that hasn't missed a beat since trading Randy Moss? Sounds like a tall order. Let's go to Blabby Brenner.
Broward, you talk about your tall orders. That's what every NFL handicapper thought of the Browns' chances last week in New Orleans. But Drew Brees played his worst game as a Saint and threw 4 interceptions, 2 of which was returned for touchdowns. Brees must quickly pick up the pieces and get ready for what may be the league's best team in Pittsburgh. The Steelers are coming off their controversial win over the Dolphins and sit firmly atop the division at 5-1. The Steelers' defense is a whole lot better than Cleveland, so you have to wonder how effective Brees and the Saints' offense will be. It may be up to the Saints' defense to finally put a signature win under their belts this year. Back to you, Broward.
Thanks, Blabby. Finally, in a game that could have playoff tiebreaker implications if the Chargers are able to turn around this nightmare season, the Tennessee Titans visit San Diego. Despite their 2-5 record, San Diego is a 3-point favorite this week over the 5-2 Titans. Tennessee currently leads the AFC South, but with Houston and Indianapolis nipping at their heels, the Titans need wins against teams like the Chargers in case they end up with the same record at the season's end. Will the Chargers finally become the team everyone thinks they are? Beating a quality opponent like Tennessee is a good place to start. That's all for now from the Professor. We'll see you next week. Until then, hit 'em straight and bet 'em heavy.